You're listening to an encore presentation of Life Talk with Wade Sorochan. Highlights of previous shows featuring special guests and open line discussions. Since this is a pre-recorded presentation, please do not call. And now, Life Talk with Wade Sorochan on AM 930, The Light.
Here's an interesting story out of Winnipeg. A Winnipeg mother has sent her bullied son to learn kickboxing and given him a green light to kick the snot. This is her words. Kick the snot out of his alleged tormentor when school starts next month. That's what she told her son. The mother said a bully has been tormenting her son for years, and he's now taking kickboxing and feeling very good about himself. It's about time he took a stand and stood up for himself, said the boy's mother. You know, school is starting up. This is what this mother is doing in Winnipeg. He has my full permission to do this to the other boy if he comes up to them. Now, both boys are in their early teens and have attended the same school in the school division there in Winnipeg. The mother says she has met for years, get this, she has met for years with school officials to try to stop the tormenting, and even went to the bully's house and threatened his parents that she would get a restraining order if the bullying didn't stop. This is a huge problem, bullying. You know, in schools, cyberbullying. And obviously this mother is at the end of her rope. So puts her son in kickboxing lessons and gives him full permission to defend himself, basically. She has not yet done so, said the mother, who came forward after reading another mother, after had filed what could have precedent-setting lawsuit against the school division. Now, the mother of the victim said the bullying has included physical abuse, humiliation, such as pulling down her son's gym shorts and underwear in front of the entire class, and more recently, anti-Semitism. This is what's going on. She says his parents do not give a blank, she said. Now, the school division said that the school has been working with both families to try to resolve a difficult situation. Now, school divisions have to, discipline those who take revenge, they say. That's that's their policy. They have to do that just as they do to discipline the bullies, to try to change their behavior. And they say that's not necessarily the popular view of some parents. Unfortunately, some parents choose to do this, choose to encourage their children to retaliate. Wow. There's a mother at the end of her rope. And you know what? It's one of those things that you got to feel for her, that, what else? She's gone to the school board, she's gone to the other parents, and if the other parents really don't care, what do you do? What do you do? Do you sit and watch your child be bullied and beaten up and humiliated in public? I wouldn't want to watch that. Thankfully, that never happened to us, but, I would not want to watch that. So she goes and talks to the parents, and they go, whatever. School division, well, we're working on it. It's a tough thing. Very tough thing. So now she's giving the green light to the son to say, hey, defend yourself. Go for it. You've just taken all this kickboxing. Go for it. Do you think that's a good strategy? If you're a parent listening right now, school is starting up. Do you agree with what this Winnipeg mother is telling her son to do? Locally, it's 780-430-9300, 1-877-827-2346. Would love to hear from you on this. When I read this story, I thought, I just thought of, here's someone at the end of her rope, has to do something. Here's a kid who really would want to go to school if he's just going to get bullied again. So now he's armed with, kickboxing techniques. So if he's going to get bullied, he's going to fight back. He's going to fight back. Is that the answer? Should we be teaching these children just to fight back? Put them all in self-defense courses and everything? So, if the system, I guess the thing is, if the system lets you down, you tried everything. If the system lets you down, then what do you do? The school division, they don't like it, the fact that people take revenge on someone. And I guess that's what it is. It's retaliation, it's revenge or whatever. Is that something that should be encouraged? Or do you think the school division should discourage this? I mean, they are technically, but the mother is saying go for it. Someone comes at you, defend yourself. What do you think about that? Your thoughts at 780-430-9300. Long distance, 1-877-827-2346. I mean, what was the movie, The Karate Kid? Karate Kid movies. That was exactly what that was about. The kid's getting beat up, that sort of thing. All of a sudden goes to Miyagi, wax on, wax off, teaches him how to defend himself. And he did. And it sent a strong message to the bullies. So is that something that you would encourage if you were a friend of this mother in Winnipeg, or would you sort of discourage it? Saying, well, there's got to be other ways to get around this, Boy, already talking about bullying, and we're not even in school yet. But obviously it's a concern for people who have been bullied. And can you imagine the trauma thinking about going back to school when you're walking into a situation like that? Yikes. Not good. Not good. Let's go to the phone lines and talk to Maria. Hello, Maria.
Hey, hello, Wade. How are you?
Hey, Maria. I'm doing well, thank you. Maria, if I felt any better today, I'd feel like, how about guitarist Mason Williams?
Oh.
He's 71 today. He had
wow.
Instrumental hit called Classical Gas.
Wow.
Pretty good guitar player.
I wish I could play like him.
Oh, do you play any instrument, Maria?
When I was in high school, I taught myself to play guitar, and I still learning because I'm not. If you put your heart into practice, you can learn, right?
Sure.
But I can play Amazing Grace.
Okay, good. So what's on your mind today, Maria?
Well, I don't agree with mom to allow her son to fight back. It's because my husband just came home and I said I was asking his opinion. Then, if that boy took a lesson to be a kickboxer, he will be charged. And also, if the school can kick the bullied boy out of the school, if they can't do that, then the mother must find another school. So many violent already and.
Yeah.
When is it going to end?
So you think, because you're right. Here's a bully who is, violently attacking another child, and now the mother is saying, well, you just go back at him. So I guess it's more violence, right? And we want to curb violence. We want to stop bullying.
Yeah.
But, she's gone to the school board. She's gone to the other parents.
Yeah.
So you're saying since they're not really doing anything, she just should take her son out of the school.
Yeah, and then if they can't do that, then the mother must find another school for her son. That's because if now she's allowing her son to do that, and then more violence. So many violence going on into this world already.
Yeah.
Why do you have to encourage your son to do that? Because when my husband was growing up in England, he was bullied too. So he went to take taekwondo. Mm-hmm. But it works because these people, those kids who were bullying him, they stopped.
Yeah.
But I'm not encouraging that. That was a long time ago. That's like 30 years ago.
But there's a lot of people taking self-defense courses because it's, walking down the street, you just never know who's going to, come up to you with a knife or whatever, So there's a lot of women, especially, taking self-defense courses just because they want to protect themselves.
Yeah.
So why is this any different, Maria? Here's a boy who just wants to protect himself from a bully in school.
Yeah, but the thing is, Wade, if this boy is very, very good and he took some lesson, he will be charged because, when we used to live in Richmond, BC, my doctor's secretary was a woman and she's very good. She took kickboxing, and one day she was walking on the street and somebody grabbed her purse.
Yep.
And she fought with him, and of course that man is not a skilled fighter, and then this woman, the secretary, was charged.
She was charged.
And he said, "Oh, I'm defending myself." She said,
"Yeah,
but you're a professional, like almost professional kickboxer, so that's why." And I was not going to phone you because
that's a good point. But
I'm
Maria,
just cutting a beef. But
that's okay. But
we've expressed my opinion.
Yeah, that's good, and I appreciate that.
Find a school for her son,
okay.
and that's the way it is.
You want her to find another school.
Cool.
All right, thanks, Maria.
Okay.
All right, but how many times we've heard this story that someone breaks into a home, a person, defends themselves and beats up the person, batters, and that person sues the homeowner, sues them for damages. It's amazing. It's quite the story. 780-430-9300. 1-877-827-2346. Maria was commenting on the story I shared just moments ago from Winnipeg. A Winnipeg mother has sent her bullied son to learn kickboxing and given him the green light to use his skills when he is bullied in school. Do you agree with that? And the reason is because she's gone to the school board. They're trying to deal with it, but not to her liking yet. She's gone to the parents, she says, who don't care. The parents of the bullied, and says they don't care. So now she's resorted to this: put him in kickboxing lessons. Do you encourage that? Do you think that's a good idea? What do you think? Let's talk to Liz. Hello, Liz.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. I think she is teaching her son how to take care of himself because he doesn't have to abuse it, and she's teaching him some self-respect, which people that get bullied, I don't think they have much self-respect. They can't take care of themselves.
Right.
So I think there she's doing the right thing. Maybe the bully will quit once he gets kickboxed.
Well, I guess this is what she's hoping, but so you see this as a way of just somebody standing up for themselves.
Yeah.
Now, I guess, the school district doesn't encourage this. They would like, to resolve this and to stop bullying, but it's a huge problem.
Well, then, why don't they stop the bullying then?
Yeah, it's easier said than done.
Well, then put that bully in another school with a bunch of other bullies.
Yeah, but every child has rights, and there are parents out there, fighting for the rights of little Johnny, even if he is a bully. Well, you see the problem here?
Yeah, that's what's wrong with society in some place. Some things.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. So, it is standing up for himself, and you're right. When I read this story, I really felt for this mother. I don't know her personally or anything, but I just feel for, if you've tried everything, you've gone through every peaceful way of resolving something.
Yeah, she did that, so that's why.
Yeah. How can you send your child to school, if she didn't do this, how could she send her child into that situation again?
Yeah, and how can he learn with this hanging over his head all the time?
That's true. Absolutely. Liz, good point. Thank you.
Hey, did you ever hear how birds eat peanuts? You asked that one time, a long time ago.
You're right. I asked how birds eat peanuts. Yes, somebody did call in. Let me recall what it was.
What did they say? Do you remember?
How they eat? Well, they just peck open the peanut shell.
They peck a hole in the peanut, and then they pull the peanut out.
And then they just pull the peanut out. Yeah, it was very simple.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Liz, we did get that, yes.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, bye now.
Bye.
780-430-9300 or 1-877-827-2346. So the mother teaches this boy to go to kickboxing school, gets trained and everything. He's ready to go to school in the fall and gives him her full permission to use his new acquired skill to defend himself against a bully. Would you encourage that? Let's talk to Teresa out in St. Albert. Hello, Teresa.
Hi.
Hi there. And what do you think, Teresa?
Oh, well, first of all, I think what information I know is bullying is a criminal offense. Is it not?
Bullying is a criminal offense?
Yeah. In the schools, there are some leaflets or pamphlets. That's what I read. So I'm sure the parents or the school can have some people around it, witnesses, and then prove he's doing it. If then they can do something about it. And I feel sorry for the mother. I don't know. What would you do if there's no other way but your kid's getting hurt? I'm not sure. So I don't promote either way, but I think there's other way to restrain or give some training or some correction for the person who's doing bullying.
So you're thinking...
The schools, when I'm doing supervision or whatever, I check to kids, I try to resolve it. I remind them there is and consequences if you do that.
Right.
So I think it's a criminal offense. That's what I see, some information. They can be charged.
Under the criminal code, you think? Okay, but Teresa, in
order to prove that it's happening.
Teresa, you're saying that bullying is under the criminal code?
Well, it says that police can charge you if they find you.
I don't think it's into the criminal code. No,
not in the criminal code.
No,
it says the police can charge them, so that means they should have a witness. So if they could have a friend or something, if they're witness, they should be able to somehow.
In a school situation, there'd be lots of witnesses.
Yeah.
And if that's all it took was just witnesses, I think we would be stopping a lot of bullying right now. But I
know,
think
but why it's not happening, I don't know.
Because it's deeper than that, and there's, like I said, there's rights of every child in that school, and the parents get involved. And of course, the parents of a bully, a lot of them will say, "Oh, my son will never, or my daughter would never do anything like that."
Yeah, I know.
See, a lot of it is parents not realizing the truth about their child is that they are a bully and they are, causing problems in the schools. And if parents deny that, if they see little Johnny or little Janie as little angels all the time, there's where your problem is.
And there are supervisors, right? Teachers and some staff, every school. I do some supervision and I watch kids.
Yeah.
If I see something, I, try to help them or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure exactly what to do, but I thought it's police can... they act if there's somebody's bullying.
No, I don't believe the police can come on a school ground and criminally charge someone for bullying. No, this is under the School Act. This is the responsibility of the school divisions and the individual schools and the administrators, principals, teachers, everybody. They're all working together to try to stop bullying. And a lot of times when the system doesn't work, you get a parent like this who says, "You know what? I don't want to send my child into this anymore. I'm going to teach him how to defend himself."
Should the school system have supervisors during recesses, right?
Supervised recess, yeah.
If he's outside of the school building.
Yeah, but lots goes on in recess that one supervisor or two supervisors they can't see everything. That's a problem too.
Yeah, they should have for every area, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But
yeah, Teresa, thanhanks for the call though.
Sorry. Okay,
bye now. Yeah, it's she doesn't really know exactly where she doesn't really agree with this, but does thinks that the police could be called in. No, it's not a criminal offense. To my knowledge, bullying is not a criminal offense yet. Let's talk to James. Hello, James.
Hi, Wade. How are you doing?
Hey, James. I'm doing well, thank you. Actually, James, if I felt any better today, I would feel like actor Steve Guttenberg is celebrating his 51st birthday today.
Excellent.
I'm sure you've seen a movie or two with Steve Guttenberg in it.
I think I've seen a couple.
Mm-hmm. How about you, James? How are you on this fine Monday?
Oh, I'm doing just fine and dandy.
Good. So what do you think about this?
Well, I think it's actually a really good thing.
That this mother put her son in kickboxing lessons?
Yeah, because not only is he going to learn a skill, but any good kickboxing school will teach discipline and self-confidence and self-respect, which will, give this child the confidence to stand up to this bully, and it might not even have to come to physical blows. It just might take the confidence to stand up and say, "Hey, this is enough." And hopefully that would put an end to it.
Okay, just the confidence that he has, and maybe the bully knows now that he has this kickboxing skill. You think that just might be enough?
I think that might be enough. I remember when I was a young boy, my older brother was being bullied, and it came to enough is enough. My mom told me, just walk up to him and give him a punch in the nose, and that was the end of it.
And was that the end of it?
It was the end of it. The bully didn't give him any problems after that.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. Well, the psychologists, they examine the mind of the bully, and there's so much in there as far as why they're bullying. A lot of them, may have been bullied, themselves. They have self-esteem issues. I mean, there's a lot involved from that end of it as well. So punching them in the nose or kickboxing them or whatever, that may stop the bullying, like in your case it did, but in other cases it may not, because there's other deep-rooted issues there.
Yes.
Okay,
But I don't think it's so much the bully here, but just giving a child the confidence
to stand
and building
up
up his own self-esteem just to stand up. Because, all through life, if he gets stepped on by this bully now, that's not good for his self-confidence. But if he can gain confidence just by taking a kickboxing course now, that's going to help him all throughout life.
No, that is a good point. James, appreciate that. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
All right. Yeah, that's a good point. You go into these lessons, and that's exactly what they teach. Not only the skill, the physical skill, but just that confidence that you have. Now that you have that physical skill. Interesting. 780-430-9300 or 1-877-827-2346. And, it's just unfortunate that it is so prevalent, bullying. I mean, there's great programs out there, and, we've talked a lot about on this program some of the, tools that the schools can use to help with bullying. There's lots of signs up in schools now, and you hope that the message will get through. You really hope that, it comes down to the fact that, bullying is not cool, and that, if you get the majority of the people pointing the finger at the bully, saying, that's not cool, stop that, and it's, strength in numbers, you get more people against bullying, you would think it would stop. Or, like this Winnipeg mother, how, she's tried just about everything, it seems, and at the end of her rope, and teaches her son, didn't teach her son, had someone teach her son, little kickboxing skills. Let's talk to Sheila. Hello, Sheila.
Good afternoon, Wade. How are you?
Hey, Sheila. I'm doing very well. If I felt any better, I'd feel like a retired Tory cabinet minister living in Barrhead.
Yes.
Living the life on that pension. Sheila, what do you think about all this?
Well, I agree with James, and he said exactly what I was thinking, that in a reputable, good kickboxing school, I would think, like any martial arts, discipline would be taught. Mm-hmm. And he would learn, the young man would learn to be able to kind of overcome some of it. I'm not wording this very well.
And if you can just turn your radio down, Sheila, too, because that could be kind of confusing. We run the program on a 10-second digital delay. So if you just turn your radio down, but you're doing well, go on.
I guess my point is, yes, he would get confidence from it and perhaps just walk away. Mm-hmm. But show his skills somehow in the schoolyard just so his skills can be seen. But I really think about the discipline. I think that is a very big part of learning kickboxing, so that it's not retaliation like bullying. It's something that will benefit both sides.
So you think just that confidence that he's going to gain, he may never use the physical training that he got in kickboxing?
That's exactly what I was trying to say.
No, and you said it very well. And you think that would be enough to deter the bully?
I think it would. Unfortunately, it wouldn't stop him from bullying others.
I know. And
that is a whole psychological thing, and if the parents aren't listening, the parents of the bullies aren't listening, in fact, it makes you wonder where the bullying came from.
Yeah, it does. You're right. It is a lot deeper, like I mentioned. Sheila, thank you for that. I appreciate your comment.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Coming up to 5:30. Interesting similar on this topic. A couple of weeks ago, I was reading a story, and I can't remember where it was, whether it was in Canada or the United States, but it was parents encouraging their two boys, their two sons, to duke it out all the time. We're talking punching in the face and everything, duke it all the time, to toughen up their sons. They were encouraging physical fighting of their sons to toughen them up. That was their mentality. They've been charged, obviously. But that was their mentality. Again, we're going to toughen you up so that when you get out there into school or you get out in the real world, you're going to be tough. You'll be able to defend yourself. So go at it, boys. Start, almost cage fighting in their home to toughen up their sons. Bizarre.